Joining us now is Anieze Osakwe with stories trending around the world. Hello, Annie.
Hello. Good morning to all of you. How's everyone?
Very well, very well.
Good morning, Annie from Anambra.
Yes.
From Ogidi?
Yes, correct.
Idemili.
North. Exactly.
That's it.
We love it. We love it.
Exactly.
From the famous town of Ogidi, the town of the legendary Chinua Achebe.
Absolutely.
And his wife
Quite
turned
a privilege.
90 on the 2nd of August, 2024.
So,
Professor Mrs. Christy Chinwe Achebe.
Ogidi has a way of producing superstars.
Yes.
I agree.
We have high expectations.
High shoes to fill.
Yes.
Very big shoes to fill. All right, so today we are kicking off what's trending in Niger State, where the First Lady, Remi Tinubu, touched down just yesterday, providing 1 billion naira in funding for housing and personal supplies for the flood victims, communities impacted by bandit attacks, and fire disasters as well.
Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Telecast TV. I'm Mira Kwangala. You're watching a conversation about the First Lady of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, donation of 1 billion naira to Niger State flood victim as part of the Renew Hope agenda. Secondly, Nafdac confiscate fake products in Lagos worth 1.5 billion naira that were bound, expired, or unregistered at the Lagos trade market. Endeavor to watch to the end. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, subscribe, like, comment, and share your thoughts. Don't miss trending videos.
So here she is arriving in the state, and this is, another example of a major donation from her office to communities in need. The First Lady was joined by wives from different states, including Nasarawa, Taraba, Bayelsa, Ogun State, and more, as well as wives of senators and security chiefs. The purpose of this visit was to stand in solidarity with communities affected by a number of recent tragedies in the region. So the First Lady has also just launched a 1 billion naira empowerment program for 18,500 women. So, we'll start off this first topic, and I'll put this to you, Dr. Abati, because I think that we've seen a lot of reports recently about how the First Lady has donated billions and billions of naira to different communities, to different women's groups, which is great. But I guess the bigger picture, the bigger question here is, at what point should we be expecting government entities, government agencies stepping in to fill this need, as opposed to just one woman?
Okay, no. The basic principle is that the effort of the First Lady is complementary. And we have had cause on this table to commend her, to say, well, she's very supportive of her husband. In the larger Nigerian community, people have raised questions that where is this money coming from? Because she's now a serial billionaire. Where there is any problem, Mrs. Tinubu will suddenly arrive with the Renewed Hope Initiative, and the Renewed Hope Initiative is always donating money in billions, and also other things included, whether it's in Benue, or it's in Plateau, or it's in Nasarawa, or it's in other states of the Federation in the South. And the question that the people have asked, Mrs. Tinubu herself has had cause to respond to it, to say that the Renewed Hope Initiative, which she runs, in collaboration with the wives of the governors, gets a lot of donation. So there seems to be a lot of, generosity towards that particular initiative. On the basis of which I once suggested on this table that perhaps, in another life, Mrs. Ekpeyong, sitting to my right, may consider the ambition of being a First Lady, and that Ojinika Ojiope may also consider becoming a First Lady. And you that you are here at present company, what we have seen with the example of Mrs. Tinubu is that the position of the First Lady is quite a very lucrative, very productive, one. However, as to the Nigerians who say you have to explain where this money is coming from, she too has also said that everywhere she donates, it's about transparency and accountability. And that issue came up recently, I think, in one or two states, Plateau particularly. So this is the context. However, to the poser that you raised, it is still the primary responsibility of the Nigerian government to ensure the security and welfare of the Nigerian people as stated in Section 14, Sub 2 of the Constitution. Nigerians should not depend on charity, not on philanthropy when there is disaster. Today is flood, tomorrow is a security problem. The Nigerian government should make this place so safe that we will not be at the mercy of the empathy, the commitment, the solidarity, the wifely diligence of the wife of the president of Nigeria. This environment should be safe for all of us. That, in my view, are the basic issues. In addition to the fact that we have always commended her that, yes, it's good for her to support her husband. But the bigger issue is that government must do its work at all levels, federal and subnational.
I'd like to commend her, because she doesn't just bring the wife of the president heir. Remi Tinubu is way more than that. She was former senator in this country. And she's a woman that has done a lot in the charity space. And you can see there's been less wife drama in the villa because the way she has conducted herself. I mean, we can go on and open the book of history to tell you how much wife drama we used to have in the villa at some point. But we Remi Tinubu know, because she was a frontline politician before now, and she knows the essence of support for her husband. But people also have a need to raise alarm. And concerning this donation, Remi Tinubu is still a private citizen. It's just because she's married to the president, that's why there's a lot of scrutiny on it. I think what I would want Remi Tinubu to do, to be able to silence all these naysayers, is to release the audited report of this her charity that will involve how much she's getting and how much she's deploying, to be able to give empirical facts to silence everybody that comes out that wants to, see things that tarnish this heart of milk and honey she has. Because, in all fairness, like you said, yes, the government should play a very strong role in catering to those people. But she has also played a very prominent role, and that's as a result of the heart she has. So I would like to implore her. She's not obligated to do it. She's a private citizen. But she should also maybe go one step further just to show these people, like, where did she get money? Release an audited report of the activities of the charity, including monies that are coming in, what's in there, so that they'll be able to know that it's out of the milk and kindness of her heart.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, moving on, let's go to Lagos, where Nafdac, the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, is deep in the middle of what they're calling targeted nationwide operations. Their goal is to get rid of dangerous goods that are in circulation as we speak to protect public health and ensure compliance with regulatory standards. It comes after announcing yesterday that they confiscated products worth over 1.5 billion naira that were either banned, expired, or unregistered at the Lagos Trade Fair market. These are just some of the products they seized as shared on the agency's official X profile. And take a look at this next video. You can see sea salt. They found coconut oil, sunflower oil, which on the label says 100% pure refined, and a number of everyday other household projects. All of these products you see were seized. They also found multiple warehouses stocked with different unregistered consumer goods, including cosmetics and food items, without proper labeling or expiry dates. They even intercepted a trailer carrying cosmetics. Apparently, the driver fled from the scene, but the trailer was secured by Nafdac personnel. This operation comes shortly after similar raids in Alapere, Onitsha, Rivers, and more, where they found expired food additives, tomato paste, fake chemicals, and pharmaceuticals or drugs. And at this point, Nafdac is making it pretty clear that this last raid is part of a broader campaign to disrupt networks moving fake products across the country. And what's key here is the use of the word network. The fact that this is not just, one isolated incident, but it's part of a larger nationwide scheme, and these products are finding their way into other people's homes across the country. So, you know, maybe Rufai or Vimbai, I'd like to take your reaction on this.
Let me step in very quickly. First of all, I'm very excited that we're leading with women today, because Professor Adeyeye is doing the Lord's work when Nafdac is concerned. It's a tall order that she has, that she's standing in front of. Daunting task, but I love that she's boldly taking it on. Now, there's so many things to consider here. Number one, we have to remember that we're in a period of economic downturn. So besides fake products, which I'll address shortly, expired products are on the rise because things are on the shelves. People don't have money to buy. So you find that there are more and more expired products on the shelves. And how will these people, especially the ones who are importing, how will they restock? It's totally, totally unethical what they're doing. Well, not to mention that it's illegal. But if you're looking at it from a pragmatic perspective, they're saying we have this stock, it's not moving. It has expired. Yes, the responsible outlets will put it aside, you know, maybe if it's close to expiry date and sell it at a discount. But we're seeing less and less of that because the margins are slim now. These sectors are struggling. You know, it's tough. So not to exonerate them, but I think it's also just a call to the public to be careful when you're shopping now, because there's so many expired goods simply because things are not moving the way they used to. Now, this takes us to the alternative that those you know, illegal actors are turning to, which is fake products. Now, fake products are dangerous, they are harmful. I mean, we're coming from this scourge. Earlier in the year, there was a big bust on fake medicine, expired medicine, and so forth. And it's so unfortunate that this is what society has come to, that we're ready to poison ourselves. We're ready to poison our neighbors, our friends. The same people you're saying you want to patronize your business, and you're selling them poison, because that's what fake products are, in essence. They're created with inferior formulas. Sometimes they add various additives to them so that they can maybe stay longer and so forth. But it's harmful and it's dangerous. So seeing this bust totally lifts my heart. It's unfortunate, again, that we're in this economic downturn, but it still goes back to government, unfortunately, where we say to government, okay, fine. This is the situation at hand. We know that trading consists of a very big part of our economic activities. What are the interventions that we are putting on the ground to support traders during this period so they can stabilize? We had Professor Ekwo just now who was saying that, yes, we can argue that the exchange rate is now stable, but stable at what value and at what cost? And how is it impacting people's businesses? So great work for me personally from Nafdac to have all these terribly dangerous things out of circulation. However, it doesn't address the fundamental problem, which is that businesses are struggling to make ends meet.
Okay, I think we should encourage Nafdac to remain very vigilant, whether it's in the Onitsha market or at the Lagos Trade Fair market, because the main issue that Nafdac is talking about, Food and Drug Administration, you know, is about safety, public safety. When people take expired products, whether medicine or foods, they are put in the line of danger. So, again, what is reiterated is the importance of that particular agency. And the more they can carry out, you know, all these sting operations, the better. The second part is about moral turpitude. This life has become so desperate, so short, so brutish, so impossible, difficult in this country, that these same people who dispense fake drugs, fake food items and all that, it's not as if they don't know that what they are doing is wrong. If you go to the mosque on Friday, they are all there. If you go to the church on Sunday, they are all there. But this country has a moral crisis, whereby the people no longer care just to survive in this pressure cooker style environment in which we have found ourselves. They will sell poison even to a fellow human being. So we need a moral reorientation so that Nigerians can behave like human beings, so that they can love their neighbor as themselves. The man running a small pharmacy who is selling fake drugs, who is selling fake baby formula, because he wants to survive, what kind of person is that? He wants to survive, but he wants to kill other people. So there's a need for this national reorientation. The third part, of course, is that government has a responsibility to create an environment where people can be human, where people can be citizens, where people can, bridge that gap between public morality and private morality. They go to church, they say one thing. They go to mosque, they say another thing. When they come to the public space, how they behave is totally different. We need a country that has citizens. Most of the people in this country are not citizens. They're just people trying to survive.
Interesting.